Hi, Chris. How are you?
Hey, doing good. How are you doing today?
Yeah, very happy to have you. I've been following your work for quite some time because you're in this space for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm all
We
over
are
the place.
the Coination Summit. I have so many things to ask you about your own initiatives and about the whole industry. But before we even start, maybe you can give us a little bit of a background of who are you and how did you start and from the beginning.
Yeah, so my name is Chris. I am 35 years old and I've been drawing lots of different art for about 20 years or so. I started with this stick figure comic called LOL Comics. It got really popular on the internet when like some of the comics like really blew up. But it wasn't really until like in 2011 when I actually created Nyan Cat, the animated, image of a cat flying through space with rainbows coming out as a trail. And that just kind of exploded from there. And it's been one of the craziest 10 years for sure, because this is actually the
Wow.
10th year anniversary for Nyan Cat. So this is like a really special year for me. But yeah, it's been definitely a wild ride. And I just recently found the NFT space and it just felt like the place to be, I think.
Where did you get the inspiration from like 10 years ago when you started?
I was really inspired by like old school video games, like old Nintendo games, Super Nintendo games, and I love cats. Like I actually have three cats of my own, and they're crazy, but I love them. But back then, I had a beautiful Russian blue called Marty, and he was like the source of a lot of my comics. And one day, I was just randomly decided to draw him in pixelated form, and that's really it. There was no like objective. I just really wanted to draw a cat that day. So it took about 6 hours to do. I posted it on Twitter and Tumblr, went to bed, and then basically overnight it just like exploded into this huge thing. I had like hundreds of emails, and it's been a roller coaster ever since for sure.
And now it's a known brand. Like I believe there's a whole community around it, collectors, collections. How big is this thing right now, like today?
Oh my God. I don't even really know the full scope of it, but what I do know is that the original YouTube video has, I want to say 200 million views, and that's just the original video itself. Um, all of the like derivatives, all the different versions equate to, I want to say, like a billion views. So like, oh, it's become this huge worldwide thing. And it's really crazy just knowing that my art is out there, just kind of like not only making people smile, but like changing some lives out there. And something I never would have expected, but I just love it. Like I love the energy that NyanCat has given to the internet. And I just love that people love my artwork.
We have Visa is super active here on the summit. Even today, I'm interviewing a lot of the whole story about Visa and NFT and the crypto punk. Like, do you get like suggestions from brands to be associated with you, to work on a limited edition with you, something unique?
I have been approached by several companies that wanted to work with me. However, I've always been very selective about what I do with my brand. I've done this for 10 years now. I've turned down several people, not just because I don't want to do it, just because I just love the fact that NyanCat just kind of exists on the internet. And I feel like that's the way for it to survive. Memes out there, if you kind of like, do too many commercial things, it kind of gets a little bit like, a little bit too much. But I just kind of try to keep it cool. I'm not really in it for the money. I'm just here for the fun, for the memes, and just for all of the crazy stuff that's out there.
Unbelievable. Tell me about the recent collection. You said 10 years. Like, what are you doing these days as we speak?
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna rewind a little bit. Back in February, I actually remastered the original Nyan Cat image, and I actually ended up selling it as an NFT for 300 Ethereum, which is a life-changing, not just for the money aspect, just but for the community like influence that came with it.
Like,
It has been one of the most like I'm so blessed that that moment has happened. And ever since then, I've just wanted to give back to the community. I feel like I've done a great job. I've been doing like several collaborations, and those also did very well with like up and coming artists. And now all those artists are doing well. And then I came out with the Nyan Cat collection very recently. Basically, I'm taking lots of the Nyan Cats that I drew way back in 2011, which I actually have like a whole folder full of them. And I'm like hand drawing like fixing them up, making them really nice and shiny for 2021. And I've got it's right now it's on OpenSea. It's called the Nyan Cat Collection, and it's like the only verified one. And it's doing pretty well. Like everybody that's bought in has been very happy, and I'm very happy for them as well. Aside from that, I'm doing lots of like meme work. Like ever since Nyan Cat got the exposure all over the news worldwide, it became this huge thing where like lots of original content creators from way back 2011, way sooner than that, have actually contacted me, and they've all had the same story. Basically, they made something, they put it on the internet, they didn't know it would blow up, but it did. Actually just recently helped Side-Eye Chloe. She's one of the biggest memes. She's currently has her NFT out right now. I've helped Disaster Girl, the girl that's like in front of the fire, Grumpy Cat, Keyboard Cat, Creepy Chan, Scumbag Steve, like lots of OG meme creators from the past. And it's awesome that I've just been able to help them. Just, literally just telling people, hey, these guys are here. These guys are making art, and these guys like, deserve to be, the proper attribution for all of the stuff that they've done these past 10 years. And, everybody that I've helped has been like very successful, and I'm just very happy and proud of them. I don't even take a cent. I'm just like here to help people. And I just love the energy. And it's cool knowing that NFTs have that power to just help anybody, just literally by like pointing people to the right direction. It's just insane, the massive power behind NFTs.
And how do you help? Because you have lots of exposure and people know that you're successful, then you can give them the stage?
Yeah, well, it's kind of that. And, I just kind of help them set up. A lot of the new, meme creators don't really know how to set up stuff, because there's always like a wall entering crypto. You have to like learn how to download, a wallet. You have to, learn how to do the keys, and you have to get into the NFT world as well. And so I try to help them along the process as much as I can. I don't really like try to hold their hand, but I'm like, hey, here's how you get things up, and there you go. And I kind of sent them off, and then they kind of do their own thing. But whenever they post their NFT, I'm very happy to like showcase it. I'm working with people on Foundation to create the meme economy, and that's been doing really well. I've helped, I want to say, over 20 meme creators, way more than that. And not just meme creators, like several artists as well. Like I'm everything that I get, I always put aside some, and I just give back to the community. I'm just buying NFTs all day, and I'm just having fun. It's just like a really fun environment.
I really know that people are going to like this interview first because they don't know sometimes who you are. They don't understand that you're behind this, and that's not the intention for you. Even your Twitter profile photo is not you, is the cat, basically, right?
It's kind of funny. I uploaded that icon 10 years ago, I want to say almost 11 years ago, and it's like one of the only animated avatars on Twitter that are left. So everybody's always drawn to it, because it's you don't see that anymore. But I consider like an OG kind of status symbol, and I'm like, I'm never gonna change it because it's so cool.
Amazing. That I'm so happy. Really, I have to tell you, I'm like super honest with you. We have here on the summit from the biggest to the newest creators who are just starting, and it's so important to bring somebody from the industry that is inside, that is helping the new creators, as you said, on the summit, sharing your story. And a lot of people are going to take inspiration from this. I guess this exact video will stay online, so this will serve a lot of people even after the summit. The whole idea, just so you know about the summit, we call it a matchmaking summit. The whole idea is to do the networking between the collaborators, the creators, together. So while they're watching us right now, they are scheduling a 15 minutes like speed dating video one-on-one to help each other and to create businesses and opportunities in the crypto NFT blockchain world.
That's cool. I'm always happy seeing people like learn about the NFTs in this kind of way. Like I'm always on spaces trying to help people as much as I can. So it's awesome seeing other people do that as well. Because I think we're literally all in this together. Like we have to support each other in the NFT space. It's such a new space. Nobody really knows what they're doing at the end of the day. And we need some kind of guidance. And everybody needs some kind of guidance. And like, I'm only in this space for about 8-9 months now, but I'm still learning stuff every day. And, for a newcomer, I've been there. I've had those like sleepless nights where I'm just like, what's going on? And honestly, if you're one of those people, I'm here to say it gets way better. You better, just relax because it's definitely like a mile a minute kind of place in Twitter, like crypto Twitter. I always say that crypto Twitter is at least 3 times faster than the rest of the world. So it's always going to look fast. It's always going to look hectic. But if you're just going to take a step back and just relax and just kind of research as much as you can, you will learn. And eventually you will get to a very comfortable space where you can actually, do what you want to do. So I'm really happy to see new artists enter the space and, like figure it out as it goes. And I hope everything goes well for everybody that enters.
Yeah, actually I have a team here to introduce you. I'll do it after. I'm seeing you, yeah, a lot on Twitter Spaces, talking about the NFTs in general, collaborating with other artists. I think it's amazing. And again, like all the information is out there. Everybody is helping each other. What's the importance, by the way, of Twitter in this community? I'm interested because that's the way I found you on Twitter.
Yeah, well, I don't really know how it came to be, but I think Twitter just kind of ended up being the headquarters of NFTs in general. Just quit, because I think it's just because the information is so quick and so fast. Like on Facebook, things actually, I don't even see anybody on my Facebook talking about
Yeah.
crypto at all. Like on Facebook, it's all like memes and like old people memes, like stuff like that. Instagram, actually don't really go on Instagram anymore, so I'm not really sure how they're doing over there, but I know they have a community over there as well. But like Twitter, I feel like it's the most tight-knit group. Everybody's on there all day. I'm just constantly chatting with people as much as I can. I'm finding new artists just by literally refreshing my timeline, saving as much as I can. And I know that Twitter itself is joining into the NFT revolution. I know that soon you're going to be able to verify NFTs as
I was
avatars.
about to ask you.
Uh,
I was about to ask you. Yes.
yeah,
What's going
I
on
feel
there?
like that's going to be a big game changer because a lot of, I've seen a lot of scammers out there. Like they'll put a fake Bored Ape and then pretend that they're the real deal. It'll be cool to verify who owns what in the space. And it'll just be a cool little feature, I think, for just anybody that wants to, verify their stuff. And on top of that, you're going to be able to do stuff with crypto on Twitter. And so I feel like this is still the first step of it all. And I know people love to say that we're here early and, that's an overused word, but I truly believe that because I have just seen the future. I've seen the utility that NFTs can provide. I've seen like the art. I've seen people's lives change overnight. It is insane how the NFTs are changing the world. And I'm just here for it. And I'm here just to like have fun along the way.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, I mean, my last question is basically, where do you see the future of NFTs as a more like, what can you add to the token to unlock even more experiences? And did you give a thought about like the opportunities in this space?
Yeah, there's so many ways that you can add utility to any NFT. I do want to start and say that for any new coming artists, don't think that utility is the end all be all. Sometimes just the art itself is the utility. So don't stress yourself about that. If you're a good artist putting good art out there, people will notice. And honestly, that's fine for most people. If you do well and want to expand further, there's so many ways you can do utility. There's going to be VR stuff. Actually, I think there is VR stuff already. Virtual galleries, the metaverse, like the Central Land. I'm actually setting up a club that might launch pretty soon, a club Nyan Cat in the Central Land. I bought a big old plot of space, and and there, I'm gonna have like DJs playing, and
Wow.
if you're there, you can buy Nyan Cats if you want to, or whatever I decide to do. Like it's gonna be a really fun place. There's avatars that you can buy NFTs to wear, so you can walk around wearing your NFTs. There's you can use NFTs for tickets to join functions. Like I know that VFriends has like that kind of system in place. You can stake your NFTs and earn money. Like I know CyberKongs, if you own a Genesis Kong, you can easily be making at least $70,000 a year just by holding this NFT and just getting passive income. There's games that are coming out. I mean, there's games that already exist, like Avagachi, and Axes, and so on. There's so many things out there, and every day people are learning new ways to use NFTs, using those smart contracts to tie artwork into their own stuff. There's so many ways to do it, and I still believe that we still haven't tapped into the full potential. Like just imagine when when a big company decides to do this. It's just going to be groundbreaking and next level. And I've already seen glimpses of the future, and I'm personally very excited for it.
Amazing, amazing. And maybe one more last question. I mean, I've seen you on the Twitter Spaces, and I get a feeling that you really know the people behind these marketplaces, and I see the founders themselves are talking in these Twitter Spaces, right?
Yeah, I like to get very personal with the people that I collect from. I'm making friends left and right, like not just buying from the collectors, but buying from the artists, but like just getting to know them as people. And and if I like them enough, if I believe in them, I'll just tweet about them. Like all of my tweets are my own. I'm always just I've been approached by a lot of people, but I just don't like the obligation of of like having to tweet something out. So I literally am just doing my own thing out here, just having fun, making friends. And I've learned so much from so many people, and I've made so many like good connections and friendships along the way. And that's one thing that people don't realize about NFTs. It's the community aspect of it. It's not just about putting an artwork out there and making money. It's about making those connections, because if you're an artist that's brand new and you connect with somebody else in the future, they may remember you, and if you need their help, they will help you out. And that just kind of builds up on there, and then you'll eventually get a solid foundation for it all. So like I'm always out there just trying to like just learn as much as I can, and along the way I've made so many great connections.
Amazing. Well, how can people follow you? I think it's obvious on Twitter, but on all your projects, right? Like where can people find?
So my main Twitter accounts, the one that I post in the most, because I'm just like one person, it's PR Guitar Man on Twitter. It's the one with the flashing cat avatar. I'm also NyanCat on Twitter, and NyanCat on Twitter as well. Those are both official accounts. And then if you're interested in buying a NyanCat NFT, I have the classic Nyan Cat Collection on OpenSea. I currently have about 15 pieces, and I put them out maybe 2 to 3 weeks. I space them out because I have to draw them by hand. But I drop them every 2 to 3 weeks, and they get snatched up like in an instant. But the community behind them is really cool. If you want to check them out, there's so many good ones. I just released the pumpkin spice Nyan Cat. It has like the body of a pumpkin, and it looks really cute. But yeah, if you want to check it out, if you want to ask questions, definitely follow me. Definitely check out the Nyan Cat Collection, and I hope you enjoy my stuff.
Amazing. We're gonna put all the links, and please stay around. People would love to network with you. Me personally, I already have a team here that really wants to collaborate and do amazing stuff, and we want to give them the opportunity during the summit. So we'll definitely close the loop over there.
Okay, yeah, sounds great. I love to discuss things and see how things go from there.
Great. Thank you very much, Chris.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good day.